doing out there in Electric Ladyland? Electric Ladyland. Uh, how are you all? How are you all? We have some stuff to talk about today. Some stuff. But really, I want to hear what you have to say as well. I feel like this is off. I don't know. Oh, is it mirrored? Oh, I don't know. You'd think I'd get these things ironed out ahead of time, but that's just not how we operate here. We build the plane as it flies at the Jeff Word Airlines. Please have a seat and have a drink. Drinks are complimentary. We will get to our destination in about an hour. So, and yeah, and sometimes that destination is the bottom of the ocean. You know, we build the plane. We build the plane. These skulls around my neck make me look like I'm, I don't know. I look like a dog tag. You want peanuts? A lot of our good evening, Flash. A lot of our passengers have peanut allergies, so we've banned them, and we've banned anything that begins with P, just out of an abundance of caution. I'm here. Did you start without me? No, this just happened. And bourbon. You can have bourbon because it doesn't begin with P. It ends with P. Bourbon ends with P. Get it? Hello, David. Hello, Tyler. Hello, Jason. Happy Monday. PJ and the Beef. That sounds like, wasn't there a trucker comedy, BJ and the Bear? It was a trucker. He was a trucker. It was back, when Cannonball Run was real popular and that movie Convoy and all that stuff was dominating the 1970s. So they had to have the TV series BJ and the Bear. BJ and the Bear. Those two words mean something totally different in 2022. So I think that show would be a lot different if it was filmed nowadays. Good evening, all. Evening, Ron. Evening, Mark. Evening, Mitch. My name is Phil. I gotta leave. I gotta leave? Oh, shoot. Well, you just spell it F-I-L-L. And you just can't fly on Jeff Ward Airlines. No, you. Of course you'd be fine. Just no peanuts. Hello, Lee. The dishes are done and the children are fed. Some days that to-do list, it sounds easy. If you were in your if I was in my 20s and you said all you have to do is do the dishes and feed the kids, I'm like, that's not hard life. It's a lot harder. Sometimes you break the dishes and the children. I don't know. Greg Evigan. Is that who it was? Greg Evigan? BJ and the Bear. Greg Evigan. Was he also the guy who played Smokey? Or the Iceman in Smokey and the Bear? Wasn't it Smokey and the Bear? No, I'm thinking Smokey the Bear. Smokey was the state trooper. Yeah, that's what they called state troopers. Smokey. I grew. I was immersed. I was soaking in the 70s. I was born, and then I soaked in the 70s. It's like a marinade, and you become triggered by shag carpets, and wood paneling when you are raised in the 70s. Those things are either very triggering or very comforting. And sequins, for some reason, sequins were big. And fringes on your jeans jackets. Okay, we're getting into some Duff Bucket business. The Duff Bucket has a forget-me juice in here. Duff Bucket. What have you got for me today? You have oh, look at that. What is that? What is this? What did we call this? The mist? The mist. Woo! You know what you're going to miss if you drink this? You're going to miss reality. Because you're going to fly right out of this plane of existence. The mist. It's yummy. It's very yummy. Is that what is that? Lavender?
No, it's just black vodka.
It's black vodka. Um, hey Tim, I'm digging your intros. Yeah, those are sweet, aren't they? You're the one. I finally got into one of the books I won in the giveaway, Moon Lake by Joe Lansdale, and man, it is good. His writing is eminently readable. Great storyteller. Yes, yes. I haven't even read Moon Lake yet, so I'm glad. I'm glad you're digging it. And if that's your first exposure to Joe Lansdale, I'm glad it's a good one because he is a great storyteller. Do you have goats? Are you asking me? I don't have goats. I want goats. My daughter wants to get pygmy goats. She does. We looked into it. The intro song to BJ and the Bear was so cool when I was a kid. It hasn't aged well, though. I got to listen to it. BJ and the Bear. I don't know what my hair is doing tonight, and I'm undecided if I'm horrified by it or if I've just resigned to it. That's pretty much where I am in life. I'm either horrified by myself or just resigned to it. Like, yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is now. It is very tasty, Mark. Mark's giving you props, producer Jill.
Hey, Mark.
She says thank you. The wife and kids have goats, donkeys, dogs, a snake, and a spider. Oh, okay, so that was a question. Yeah, that is awesome. Goats, donkeys, dogs. So I'm with you on the dogs and goats and the snake and the spider. I just don't know about that donkey. I don't know. How does that work? I don't know if I could. But I'm all on board with my daughter getting goats. We just let them out in the backyard. They eat the grass. This is obviously when we have grass. We don't have much here in Chicagoland. If you do a satellite view of my neighborhood, it looks like coffin next to coffin next to coffin next to coffin. Looks like a cemetery. But if you look at the satellite view of the places we want to live, it looks like respectable home, pleasant backyard, and air. But when you look, it looks like cemetery plots. They pack us in, don't they? They pack us in. Okay, so the big thing I want to talk about this week is what happened to Philip Fracassi. Did you guys hear about this? Wow. So Sadie Hartman of Nightworms fame and she's Mother Horror. She's a big name in small press publishing. Phil can dig the cemetery. Potato needs a goat. Oh, and number one spelled it right too, with the right proper capitalizations. She's behind you. I will be the last one to let you down. That's nice. I like that, Phil. Anyway, Philip Fracassi, Sadie Hartman shared a tweet about Boys in the Valley, about how it scared her and she had to put it down and she was going to go back to read it, but she loves the book. And Stephen King said, I'm going to buy it. That's all he has to do. That's all King has to do. He is a kingmaker. A blurb from him will give Bentley Little a career for like 20 years. But it's also legitimate in some cases. And in this case, it's very legitimate. He said, I'm going to buy it. So all of a sudden, everybody's coming out of the woodwork. Where can I get Boys in the Valley? I want to read it. If Sadie says it's terrifying and Stephen King says he wants to buy it, where can I get it? Unfortunately, that baby is all sold out. But it led to a lot of interest in Philip Fracassi. It led to a care package going to Stephen King full of Philip Fracassi books. And so he's off to the races. That level of attention put him on the radar for a lot of casual readers. We collectors already knew who Philip Fracassi was. And so that was just great to see. I was loving it. I messaged him a couple of times to talk about it. And the guy's over the moon. And that sort of joy is just contagious. and I loved seeing it. It made my day. It made Sadie's day. Like you could tell she wrote that she was, never. This is the first time in her life she actually got to recommend a book to King, or King read a book because of her recommendation. So that was all. It was just such a feel good story. I'm so happy to see it happen. Now I know Philip Fracassi was trying to get a trade edition of Boys in the Valley done, and publishers were like, yeah, they're kind of lukewarm. You're a good author, and this sold well for you, but 500 books already are sold, so that's 500 customers we can't count on. And it's not that they didn't like the book or they didn't see the value in it. It was just, I don't know. They didn't really. It wasn't top of their mind. You could hear Philip talk about this in our interview. But after King did that and saying, I want a trade edition, and all these people were hitting Paul Miller with requests for this book, he said he had to field dozens and dozens of emails. That sort of energy makes a trade publisher feel confident in sales and will want to be on that bandwagon. Now, if Stephen King reads it and he likes it and he's willing to blurb it, and that blurb goes on the dust jacket of the trade edition, that would be excellent. That would be excellent. Well deserved, because I read Boys in the Valley just seriously on a whim. Paul Miller was publishing it, and he's like, anybody want an arc? I said, sure, I'll try it. Never read any Philip Fracassi. I'll give it a read. Loved it. So I'm so happy to see that play out. So that's why the title of this video is Good Guys Finish First. So I'm so thrilled. Jeff, it was such fun to watch that all happen. Yeah. And I sold my extra copy for cost. You are a saint, though. Saint Mark. Did you sell your extra copy before all this happened or after? Yeah. Well, I gave it 5 stars before anyway. Yeah, it's a well-deserved book. And it's not just a one-off book. Philip Fracassi is a great author, so I'm really happy to support him. I'm going to be reading Don't Let Them Get You Down soon. After, you're a saint, Mark. Yo, what's up, Joshua? Glad you're here. You're a saint, Mark. That's above and beyond. For all that love it was getting, and you sold it for cost. Good on you. Good on you. I love to see that happen. I myself am not strong enough to do that. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't know me anymore. Don't know me. So I am so happy about that. In other Earthling news, what do we say? Steve Pickle sits on. It's on my shelf at the very tippy top of my TBR. 5 books ahead of it. Very excited. Well, that's awesome. And like I've been saying too, if people don't want to believe me, this book has not. It's gotten rave reviews all the way around. Almost everybody who's read it has loved it. So, Sadie said it scared her so much she had to put it down. I mean, come on. It's a great book. It's got all of it. It's got all of it. All of it. You want it? It's in there. Most everything's in there. I mean, Matt Shaw would probably put other things in there. But anyway, we're not talking about that. Looks like I'm possibly going to have to use eBay's money-back guarantee for the first time. Auction said no returns, but I haven't officially heard from him yet. So anyone use it, have good luck. Oh, I love that book too much to sell. What happened? Yeah, what happened, Ron? Wow. eBay, man, it's a crapshoot, dude. I got something coming from them. She put all kinds of sugar on the rim, and it's yummy. But I'm gonna be chewing it like I'm a cow chewing cud.
Not really. Sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. Never apologize for sugar. Never apologize for sugar. And don't roll a J from someone else's bag. Those are 2 rules. Yeah, but Sadie sleeps with the lights on anyways. So she's easy to scare, huh? Well, she reads a lot of horror fiction. She's Mother Horror, so yeah. What are you gonna do, really? I mean, what can you do? It's horror fiction. Although true crime, there's not worse than true crime. I can handle any horror. Well, I shouldn't say that. I found a quick reread of the Matthew Corbett series. Oh, okay. Yes, we're going to be talking about that. In preparation for King of Shadows, which I've pre-ordered from Lividian. Any fans of Corbett? I've read Speaks the Nightbird. Loved it. Haven't read anything else. So, Lividian is next up on the list. And yes, he scored all the McCammons. All of them. I bought the bundle and then the limited coming out. And I'm dying to get back into that, but I haven't. I just walked away. I don't know. I read Speaks the Nightbird, which was a big release because I think that was 2002, and he hadn't written anything or published anything in a long time. So it was huge when Robert McCammon published those. I think I have them. Where? Yeah, got them right here. Do you see them? Oh, you don't see them. Here, let's get them out. It's my Robert McCammon fat stack. There they are. Speaks the Nightbird. Boy's Life and Swan Song. This is the original Swan Song I read in 1987. And then there they are. So, yeah, these were huge. So I haven't read any other ones. I am a fan, but I don't know why. Sometimes you just do those weird things, right? You're a big fan, and then you just walk away for whatever reason. I don't know. Older book, late 80s, sealed with cellophane, arrived with mold spotting and mildew odor. Damn. That's why you can't leave that cellophane shrink wrap on. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ron. That's horrible. I consider myself one of Philip's earlier fans. Love that he's gotten some world recognition. Good on him. Yeah, you're OG, Lee. You're OG. Nobody's taking that away from you. I'm not claiming to have discovered him for all of you, even though I kind of did. Interviewed him twice. Brought him to the world. But that's okay, Lee. You got your Glock. Don't make me pull my Glock. No, yeah, you are OG for sure. I subscribe to BJF's Patreon just in time. Just in time for what? Wait, I love my problem solver. That's Radley. I'm about 20% into Speaks the Nightbird. Liking it so far. It's good. It's a historical fiction thriller. It's good. I hope you like it. I loved it. I hope he's not too big for us now. I still need to have him sign and send Commodore. You didn't read Commodore. That was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I read it. So yeah, Tim, what are you just in time for BJF's Patreon? Is that what level did you get in? Did you get in at the super level? Because I'm just a modest level, and I just did it for a year. But anyway, I haven't read any of the Corbett books, but I have the bundle and limited coming in. Get Speaks the Nightbird first, Joshua, and then read those. In the Levidian email, he said there were 8 Corbett books, and they were reprinting 5. Anyone know why not the whole run? Well, there's, I don't know if this has been answered, but King of Shadows is the next one, and then there's a book called Leviathan, and then there's a collection, and then there's the first 2, which are Speaks the Nightbird, came out as 2 separate volumes, but I think they did one regular volume. So that might account for all the books, but Leviathan and the collection of shorter works are not out. And I don't think Levidian's going to get rights to Speaks the Nightbird. So Corbett was my unwrap them books. You're damn right. Destroy the rich. Okay, yes, let's destroy the rich. Why are you even watching this? Let's go kill them rich. Oh, please, God. I realize I said that into a microphone being recorded. It was a joke. Please don't cancel me. I don't think anybody needs to be killed based on socioeconomic standard. Okay? Unless you're one of those super wealthy people who profit from the laws you make. Oh, forget it. I'm not starting a militia. This isn't military. This is commentary. Uh-oh, I think producer Jill's coming in to tell me to shut up. In a minute, you might see a blow dart hit me in the neck, and I go to sleep, and then I'm canceled like Joe Rogan or Neil Young or whoever canceled who. I don't even know. I have a stray cat loose in my house. That's not a lie. I'm going to get to that. There's a stray cat loose in my house. I guess you could say that it's technically not a stray anymore, but it's stray. We don't know. It might have rabies. Let's see. What else? Corbett was my introduction to McCammon. So glad that happened. Yes. Boy's Life and Swan Song are among my all-time favorites. Yes. So I don't really remember Boy's Life. I know I read it and liked it, but it didn't burn its place into my brain as much as the Swan Song did. The publisher that owns the first two doesn't like to share. Yes. Okay. Evening, Peter. Good to have you. The limited edition hardcover level. Oh, yeah. You're a big spender, Tim. You got goats, a donkey, and all that sweet book candy coming to you. It was $201 since I paid for the year up front. Oh, man. Maybe I should have done that. Oh, I messed up, Tim. I messed up. Thank you, Peter. The only Corvette I own is Cardinal Black. I would hold off on reading it, Jason, until you get it. My life for you. No, I started a cult. I didn't mean to start a cult. Moon. That spells the Jeff word. Yes. I'm verging. Oh, no. Jeff Con won in Boulder or Vegas? I like that. I would say Chattanooga. Because I'm not Mother Abigail. And I ain't the walking dude. I'm not holy enough and I'm not cool enough. The Corbettes are solid, not horror such as. No, more historical fiction with horrific elements. But pure storytelling and character magic. Yeah, no doubt. And I gotta say, Swan Song, The Listener, Wolf's Hour, those are three awesome McCammon books. I never read The Border or The Five. The Five? Is that yeah. There's so many McCammons I haven't read. I've read Boy's Life, Gone South. I didn't read mine, but I got it. I got it on the stacks here. So mine. It's the title of a book. I have to. My nose is itching. I don't know why. Okay, I'm itchy. It's dry in here. We have a stray cat running around. You need to be in at the Levinian level to get all the McCammon books. Yeah, I know that. Man, I wish I had done that. Anyway, yes. So that was second. So we're going in order. I'm glad you guys are sticking along. We did Philip Fracassi, then Levinian, scored all the and that's another reason why this is the good guys finished first, because I like Brian James Freeman, and getting that McCammon deal is a sweet thing, and I'm glad it happened. My nose is itchy. Anyway, yes. What do we have? Speaking of Levinian, my PC, Walking with Ghosts, arrived today. I gotta read Brian James Freeman. I do. The Border is really good. Not read The Five either. The Five. Okay. I had another itch. Now I'm gonna be itching all the time now. Okay. Now I'm just like, my face is an itch hole. Because it was called out. Because it was called out. I was fine. I was calmer than you are. Read every McCammon. Enjoyed all of them. You read every McCammon. Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. reads everything. All the time. Since SST did a version of Cardinal Black, do you expect Paul to do King of Shadows as well? He might. A lot of times Paul Fry has the UK publishing rights, the UK rights. So I don't know, but Paul has done a few McCammons, so I hope for the people who got Cardinal Black that they'll get that as well. I have the other Corvette signed limited by other publishers, but I'm praying I can match. But I know Brian James Freeman has to look after his subs as well. Yes. Yes, he does. Producer Jill, what did you put in tonight's drink? All of a sudden, Jeff is talking about an invisible cat and keeps itching. The cat's not invisible. The cat's in the corner. The cat is terrified. It's a stray that we took in because we were feeding it on the deck. And my soft-hearted daughter saw it. We kept putting a little food out. And then Chicago went into a frigid, cold snap that was insane. And we were worried about the cat. And the cat didn't show up for 2 days. So we caught it, brought it in the house. And then it keeps getting out. And like yesterday, it was up in the... Oh, see, now my eye's itching. It was up in the rafters in our basement. And I had to get bit before it would come down. So, yeah. It's been fun, and now my allergies are acting up. It's all psychosomatic. I think he's matching the CD Cardinal Black numbers. I think he is. The invisible cat, man. Peter, that's the version I have. I hope Paul SSG does. Yes, I like their... SST does awesome stuff. Oh! Poison. But it's damn good poison. So maybe I have a sugar allergy. No, I'd be dead by now. If that was the case. I'd be dead. What else is going on? Suntup release week this week. I've seen the art for this book. I actually interviewed the artist. That'll get aired on Thursday. What a fantastic edition. I have not seen the finished book, but the art is incredible. Some of my favorite in any Suntup edition. The artist is cool. He's a cool dude. Oh, well, there's your clue. I gave you a hint. He's a male artist. So I'm not going to tell you what book. You'll find out Thursday. So that's cool. I'm stoked about it. I'm actually reading the book right now. Love the book. Never read it before. I hope you guys enjoy it. Get the EpiPen. I'm drinking what we're calling the Mist. It's got black vodka. What else? Orange juice and Cointreau and black vodka. That doesn't it, and ice. Vodka and ice.
Don't do that, please.
Animal Farm. I second Animal Farm. I can't wait to see the finish. Everybody's saying Animal Farm. Okay. I was at my local bookstore today, and the guy that works there was talking up Bentley Little. One of the books sounded pretty good. I was conflicted. No. You got to read Bentley Little, and you got to decide if he's for you. Don't let me sour you on Bentley Little. He might be one of your favorite authors. In fact, we're talking, producer Jill and I, talking about plans for the channel. Some of it is going to involve memberships. And then some of those memberships is going to be a book club where I read, and once a month we get together, very much like this, with other people who've read the book that I choose for the month. And then we talk about it. And I'm going to kick it off with the mailman. And there's a reason I want to kick it off with the mailman. I want to read this book with other people and have them pitch to me why it's a good book. And we'll have a discussion like adults used to. And I will either be convinced or then try to convince others why I think it's not a good book. Sound like fun? So Bentley Little, I will read it with other adults. And I just want, I really want to be convinced that it's a good book. I do. I would like to be convinced. The artist is a male. You spoiled it. Yeah. I know I did. Producer Jill also bartends, multi-talented. Hi, RA. I say the mailman. Yeah, that's what I say. Well, you had previously stated that you had never read Animal Farm before, so... Oh, did I? Are you piecing these puzzles together? I still hope it's Lord of the Flies. I will neither confirm nor disconfirm. Try Down and Out in London and Paris if you like this author. That's an Orwell book. Why would you say that? I've read 0 Bentley Little, but I've purchased a dozen of them through Kindle sales. Check them out. Let me know what you think. I use Bentley Little paperbacks as coasters. Yeah. You sent that to me, Flash. I appreciate it. And that is a good idea. Are you going to read aloud to members? I don't know. Maybe there will be a story time with Uncle Beef Daddy. You know, maybe that'll be like Sunday night live streams. You got the kids in their PJs? All right, now gather around and shut your mouth, because Uncle Beef Daddy is going to read to you from his Vietnam memoir. Paul couldn't get the rights to Lord of the Flies. Hello, Producer Jill. Hello, chat. What's up? Hey, Squints. I subscribed to your channel today, Squints. Squints Provolone's got a channel. I didn't know that. I subscribed to Squints Provolone. I sure did. Orwell's homage to Catalonia is a great accounting of the Spanish Civil War and great war memoir generally. Highly recommend. Catalonia. Highest tier, Jeff and Jill talk. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're actually thinking about having a board of directors level where it's $50 a month. Because I'm like, let's just come up with something crazy that no one will pay. And that comes with a Jeff and Jill side by side on camera chat. And you have to pay a year in advance. Because we're pretty sure nobody's going to be down for $50 a month. What is that, $600 a year? That's how Jill's going to say she's invested in the channel. But then nobody's going to pay that, so it'll never happen. Jeff and Jill chat. Frankenstein is my most favorite thing in all of human history, books, movies, all of it. Paul's done plenty of classics. Is there a chance? Somebody says, please. I think a lot of people have. I'm number 27 from Squints Provolone. No problem, Squints. No problem at all. I got to watch a little more of your video. I got interrupted by a stray cat. They tried to kill me. The cat's in the corner, and you could tell, you can understand why it's not coming out of the corner, because there's a loud, hairy thing screaming in the middle of the room. I read Southwater Market Stories. As funny as David Sedaris. Please write more. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you. Yes, I saw the comment on there that asking for the follow-up to Goiterman, post-op Goiterman. I don't have information about post-op Goiterman. I don't know how he's doing anymore, but there are stories untold. There's High-Ass Charlie and Charlie Scissorhands and Close Talking Charlie. That's the same guy. It's all the same guy. He had a high ass. He had fingernails like you wouldn't believe. I could have called him Charlie Kruger, I suppose. And then he'd get right up in your face and talk to you about his grandkids. And he had no teeth. Toothless, high ass razors for fingers. I miss those people. They're a lot of great people. Close talking, high ass Charlie. Man. I heard he burned himself real bad and ended up in a hospital. That's what happened to him. All those people had tragic ends. Poo Poo Pants? You read about Poo Poo Pants? Poo Poo Pants. He had the Snickers wrappers in his hair. And they were still with him after, well, read the story and find out. The $50 level gets you a live chat with Jeff, and the $25 level gets you 2 live chats. Frankenstein would be a cool Suntop pick. Yeah, what happened? The PJ and the Beef duel. Dune review. We've made promises of a review nature. She's going to hire somebody to stand in. You know she is.
Someone 20 years younger.
The monster has a special place in my heart as well. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's a chance that Suntop will do Frankenstein. I know a lot of people request that and Dracula, and he toyed with the idea. There are so many copies out there, but I could see him doing something amazing with Frankenstein. You know, the stitched together. I could see different colors of leather stitched together to be the binding. But that's because that's the most obvious thing that came to my mind. So obviously, Paul would come up with something better because who am I? I have 2 strays. My daughter brings home whatever she finds. Yeah, man. It's not good. This cat is a sweetheart. It's terrified. It bit me twice, but I had these big gloves on. And it's just a sweetheart. It breaks my heart, but I don't want it out there in the freezing cold. I guess you could say then, why aren't I taking in all the squirrels and possums in my backyard? I know. We draw the line somewhere with animals, and it's almost arbitrary. But this poor cat, I just couldn't see it out there any longer. It was killing me. So we brought it in. We're trying to get it to the vet, to get it checked out, vaccinated, all that stuff, to make sure it's not a danger to our other cat and dog. And so we can feel okay with it just roaming freely around the house. But right now we're trying to contain it, and that's making the cat a little wary of us. And so I'm hoping that we get this all sorted out, because I feel bad for the cat, and I feel bad for our other pets. My dog doesn't understand why it can't come in this room anymore, and she just sits out there and cries and cries. She smells another animal. She wants to play with the cat. So it's a lot of headache right now. Hopefully this sweetie pie will be all cleared to go, and then we don't have to worry about parasites or whatever, you know. But this is a sweetie pie. All I know is I'm down. I'm out. Like, this isn't I don't have any more alcohol. I've been meaning to ask if any of you folks remember the Scammers group. Scammers group? I have no idea what that is. None. Martin does. Jeff Jill Dune review. It's got to happen, guys, please. Okay, well, I got to read it. And then producer Jill's got to read it. And I do have a paperback for producer Jill to read. I'm going to read the Centipede edition. Maybe that'll be a summer thing. Maybe we'll save it for July. You want to do it in July?
Sure.
She'll never agree to be on camera, guys. Never.
What?
Nothing. I wasn't talking about you. Suntop Frankenstein would have big shoes to fill. Yeah. But I think Suntop, I don't mind Suntop doing other books. I don't mind Suntop doing a book that another publisher did in a limited edition capacity, because to me Suntop takes it to the next tier, the next notch. Did you see Blood Meridian? Did you see Exorcist? Did you see Neuromancer? Did you see Horns? Did you see The Road? I mean, all of these books. Hex. Hex is going to be mind-blowing. 1984 was mind-blowing. Butcher Boy. Let the right one in. So, it was a fun group. I can't remember any names from it. What is Skemmers? That was a fun group. I believe Brian Freeman was heavily involved. What is Skemmers? Skemmers. Stephen King emailers. Wow. She's so sweet. She said, Jeff, who likes horror and has been bitten by the cat twice. Yes, I might be rabid. Back in the late 1990s. There's a Dune Centipede edition. Can I see it? Oh, man. Yes, Squints. I did an unboxing. I did 2 unboxings. The first one was dinged. You could see them. I would show you the book, but I've been touching this sugar and my fingers are sticky. So, but it's on my channel, Squints. The two reviews, and I don't do great quality photos as much as I'd like to, but I do showcase the book. You could see me holding it and all that, and it's been around the social media a lot. There's a lot of pictures out there with it, but I would bring it live, but my fingers are sticky from the sugar that Jill put around my glass, and the glass that she's not refilling, by the way.
What's the problem? What is the problem?
Problem is my tank's empty.
I'm trying to make something for our son.
Oh, okay.
Here,
No, don't worry.
No,
about it.
you just hand it to me.
I can't, Mom. I'm not plastic, man. Okay. So, yes, there is a Dune Centipede edition. It is lovely. They had conventions in Bangor. Oh, that sounds cool. Did Stephen King show up? I agree that there are tons of nice Frankenstein and Dracula editions out there, but my favorite version as a kid had both together in the same book. Wow. If Suntop did a 2-in-1, I'd be all for it. Wow, all in. I don't think I was in Skemmers, but there was a Usenet group. A Usenet group I was a member of back in the day, late 90s. Huh. Get it? Frankenstein, Big Shoe. Oh, okay. I hear you. I get it. I like it. I dig it. I dig it, Tim. I dig it. I'm thinking the tray case would have 2 bolts on the outside, and it would come with a little battery, like a car battery. And when you hook the bolts up, the word Frankenstein lights up on the tray case. Paul won't get sued. I'll check it out, no problem. I'm sorry, Squints. Normally I like to show books on these lives, but Jill ruined that for you all.
What did I ruin?
Nothing. I wasn't talking about you, dear. Suntup's Brother is still my favorite, probably not a popular pick. I love that it's made from dark leaves. It feels like the woods in fall. Yeah, and it's a great read. Yeah, no, it is definitely up there, Stevie. Sorry for misnaming you. Yeah, Brother is way up there, and the art for that is spectacular. Samuel Araya did a bang-up job. So, yeah, that's a totally wonderful production from Suntop. It doesn't get enough recognition. After that list of impressive Suntops, what do you feel were the most underwhelming? Oh, well, okay, here's what I will say. On a list of anybody's books, you're going to have a bottom of the list. That doesn't mean they're bad. That doesn't mean they're no good. It just means that you had to rate them somehow, and then there ends up to be a bottom invariably. That's just a number thing. So I wasn't underwhelmed with anything. Let me just be clear. I was not underwhelmed. I've always, and I'm not even lying to you, I'm always blown away when I have that Suntop in my hand. Okay? But I will say the numbered editions, that I was least, or the number. Yeah, it's an awkward moment, ain't it? I think the ones I am. If somebody came up to me and said you have to get rid of some Suntup books, you pick them out now or you're gonna die, and we're gonna shoot this stray cat. I'd probably have to part with Time Machine, War of the Worlds, and Invisible Man. On the flip side, I think Island of Dr. Moreau was a sleeper hit. I didn't expect to be so blown away. And that said, I really love the H.G. Wells set. I do. I love all the extra content. And I read Time Machine, and it is like a book straight out of 1890. So, but compared to the other ones, I guess if you just had to compare them. So it'd be the Wells set. I got to get my drink. Hold up. I'll read your comments in 1 second. Oh my God. Do you need help? Okay. Ugh, oh my God. Who closed it? Okay. I loosened it. It's right there. All right, I'm going to get back to this live stream. These people are hanging out. They're hanging out. Oh, you're still there?
Jeff.
Oh, it's done? Oh. Nice. Nice. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. Schemers. Oh, okay. It's pronounced schemers. I don't own a decent edition of either, and I would love one. Yeah, I would love one too. I don't own any Draculas or Frankensteins, so I'd be all for Suntup doing it. All for it. Karloff had platforms. Maybe I can model for the new cover. That's funny. It's terrific. Got it. I wear 17 wides. I wouldn't say quite underwhelming, but the Heinlein numbers were quite conventional. That's very, yes, okay, you make a good point. Maybe it is the Heinleins. I don't know. Yeah, I would say the Wells edge out the Heinleins a little bit. I don't know, man. I I like them all, but yeah, maybe the Heinleins were a little more conventional, and that letterpress on the Wells set with that art, which totally fits. I'd say yes. I'd say the Heinleins. You're right. The Heinleins probably take a backseat to the Wells. Good call. I agree with that. Least overwhelmed. Jeff is resting whelmed in human form. That's funny. I was a bit let down. Okay, so a lot of people are saying it's the Heinleins. As a shoe collector, I cannot even imagine how limited your options are at that size. 17 wide. Is there a cap to the shelf candy? Is there a cap to the shelf candy? No, I think it's the shelf is the cap. If you can't fit it on the shelves, I got too much. I would love to see these books. Right, we got a lot of stuff crammed onto these shelves, and I would love to have a room, a library where I could display all the books with nothing in the way or very minimal stuff. My other shelves in the other room, they're very minimally cluttered. But like I got original Jeff Word art down here. And I got my Jeff Word stouts there. I got this is a triumvirate of the best movies ever. Roadhouse, Dead Alive, and Big Lebowski. So there's a lot of stuff there. Got my heroin coffee mug. I don't know why it says heroin on there, but heroin, and then a skull, and I don't even know why, but I love it. So yes, there should be a limit to the shelf candy, but I haven't found it. I prefer the Wells to the Heinleins. I guess you won me over, Peter. Suntup gives me an excuse to buy and read books I would never have considered. Yes. I never considered Rosemary's Baby. And when I read it, it was just amazing. An amazing book. I love the art in Starship Troopers. I agree, the art in the Heinleins is great. Dead Alive, lawnmower scene. Yes, you are right. And then I keep saying to this day, I still use that line. Your mother ate my dog. Just love it. Your mother ate my dog. Probably the worst thing you want your girlfriend to tell you. Your mother ate my dog. And that tapioca pudding scene. And the I kick ass for the Lord scene. And the zombie baby. Rat Monkey. Oh, that movie is brilliant. Brilliant movie. But that lawnmower scene, you can't top that. They should have just stopped making movies after that scene. The sugar's going to be the enemy. Let's say it's merchandise from the classic San Diego punk band Heroin. Is it? Let's just say it is. Ear in the custard. I almost vomited. Yeah, it's just a... You guys, but you should have said spoiler alert. Watch the movie Dead Alive. Peter Jackson. I kick ass for the Lord. Just, I kick ass for the Lord. You should get that on a Jeff Ward shirt, Jill. How about this? A Jeff Ward shirt. It says, I kick ass for the Lord. Put a little priest collar up at the top. And then the Jeff Ward logo at the bottom. Whoops, forgot to mention spoilers. Oh, I'm just kidding. If you haven't seen Dead Alive yet, then you'll have to see that tapioca pudding scene. And then the zombie... I mean, I ruined a lot of it instead of you. They know there's a zombie baby in it. And a lawnmower scene. Wait, something's coming in. I thought the Highline AEs were really nice as any other AEs. There's a certain sameness to the AEs, the one I have at least, that make any preferences more about the text than the design. Good point. Shut-eye time. Good night. Good night. Have a good one, Phil. Get some sleep. Take care of them corpses. I would say the AEs. I'm not judging the AEs because to your point, Ron, the AEs have a certain standard about them. They have they're much more on a they're much more of a level playing field. There's not a lot of variety. There's not a big swing in materials. So they're the standard boards, a stamp on the cover, a dust jacket, a nice slipcase, and well done, very well done. So they're awesome books. Whereas the numbereds have much more variety among the design materials and things like that. So I wouldn't even consider judging the artist editions. When I took on that question, I was just thinking among the numbered, which are the ones that are not the best Suntup books. Which, again, like I said, in all clarity, let me be clear. When a politician says that, you could just vomit, right? Let me be clear when I say I have never been unimpressed with a Suntup book. Never. But some books I cry over. I cry. Blood Meridian, Exorcist. Hex, I'm going to cry when Hex comes into the world. I'm going to have it baptized and named, and it's going to be in my will. Hex. Damn, the lady has come to the sleep chamber. She wants silence. I enjoyed my time here. Good night, all books. Okay, Stevie. When the lady demands silence, you give the lady silence. And type 3 sevens if you're in trouble. Right now, we'll send someone. I feel like I should type 3 sevens. Guys, if I type 3 sevens... Or how about if I itch my nose and call the police? Later, Stevie Pickles. Spot on about the number, Jeff. Much easier to compare apples to apples with the AE rather than Very varied numbered, yes. 1984 and Silence are my favorite AEs to date. I think for me, it was Red Dragon. It was one of my favorite AEs. I love Scanner Darkly as an AE. And again, this just comes down to the boards, the stamps on the boards. Because the art is different too. I do love the art in Scanner Darkly. I got to read that. That's my biggest issue with the AE pricing. As you say, they are pretty standard compared to each other, yet the prices seem to jump all over. Well, when Paul started out, he sold the Red Dragon Artist Edition for $65. That's nuts. So they've come up. They have fluctuated. I do know that prices have been going up everywhere. Sub press prices have been going up a lot. Paper is more expensive, the material. So, I can't speak to how things get priced. So, I hear you, though. Most disappointing Suntop, either the AE of Neuromancer or the AE of the Road. Yeah, those were big letdowns. Those were, I wish. I treat the Folio Society as the AE of the Road. With the number, there's more opportunity to introduce a design element that gives us a wow factor. Yeah, the walnut paper covers on Brother are a great example. Yeah. RA redacted the message. I think the AA price jumps based on price demands for rights. It could be. I don't know. The Red Dragon AE is incredible. Oh, my God. I'd love more Jason Mowry work. I loved his stuff. Your mention of a Scanner Darkly reminds me that's an AE I still need to pick up. Big Phil K. Dick fan, but for whatever reason, I let that one pass me by. Damn. Yeah, the AEs out there, and that was only a 750 print run, so that might be a little harder to find than other AEs. Just letting you know, I bought two and I traded one for an Exorcist Artist Edition that I passed up. So, good luck on the hunt. Oh, man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. The Mist. So, speaking of artists, Jody Fallon, he did the art for Magica, which isn't out yet, but it's coming out soon, very soon. The artist edition is done, and I think it should be shipping soon. He's been posting pictures of, he's done some Hellbound Hellraiser art that is just mind-blowing. He seems to be such an awesome guy. His artwork is amazing. I would recommend everybody go check it out. I was blown away. I would love to have these pieces hanging in my house. And producer Jill said if I get to 15,000 subscribers, I could buy some Jody Fallon artwork to give away to myself. She said I could do that. So if you want another giveaway where I give myself a piece of art, I got permission from... And when the lady wants silence, she gets silence. But when the lady says I can get an art, I got to still be quiet. I had a typo with saying I'm more excited for Hex than any other I'm waiting for. It is going to be a thing of beauty. That Hex is going to be just bonkers. Peacock feather situation. And it's got a Bradle binding, I believe. And of course signed by Thomas Oldehoevelt. And an incredible story. The Chris Barron's artwork. That is just going to be a stunner. And let me use that as a segue to say I'm going to be interviewing Thomas Oldehoevelt on Wednesday night, and then I'll air it this week. So that's awesome. I'm going to talk to him about Echo, which is an insanely awesome book. I reviewed it on this channel. Go check that out. Go check out Echo if you can. My review of Echo is one of my better videos because it's only like 5 minutes. It's about as much as I can watch me. Oh, am I damaging the brand? So I'm going to interview him. He's an awesome dude. That guy is awesome. So go check out Echo. Hex is, I just can't wait for it. How hungover are you come Tuesday morning? Not at all. Not at all. I'll have this, and I'm not drunk. I'm not in the tank. I mean, I look like a mess always, and my eyes are itchy, and there's a stray cat, but I'm not drunk. Should I talk quieter? Then you know I'm drunk. If I'm quiet, you know I'm drunk. No, that's a lie. Just all I ever do is get louder. Sober or drunk, it's just the longer I talk, the louder I get. I'm going to try to be quieter now. I'll always regret not getting that Hex piece. What Hex piece? Are you talking about that Chris Barron's special one-off piece of art? That was expensive. It was more expensive with shipping, or even before shipping, than the book. So I understand why people couldn't swing that. But is that what you're talking about? That Hex piece? Did you buy the Centipede PKD set? If so, were you pleased? I have it, but not have delved into those yet. Oh, the art, yeah. I heard people refer to the Centipede PKD set as Dick in a Box. Because it's Philip K. Dick. And it's a box. That's what I heard it referred to. I bought an Echo Arc on eBay for $25. It's going to come after the trade comes out. Oh, you got a good deal on it. Yeah, Steven, it cost too much. That art was, I mean, for somebody with that money, I think it was worth every penny. Joshua, did you buy a copy right from Thomas? Because he was selling the signed trades. So I hope you got in on that. I did pick up the PKD set, and it's very nice. I haven't cracked the spines yet to read them, but a browse through each shows them to be right up there with excellent Centipede standards. Yeah, there goes my nose again. I don't know. I got that nose cancer. I think. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an actor, but I play one on TV. What was wrong with that? That was funny. That's gold. And now it's recorded. It's part of internet history. It's going right to the Smithsonian Internet Wing. I've noticed that the top booktubers say like a lot. Like, give that a shot. I say so a lot. So, and it's annoying me. So I'm going to try stop saying so. I wonder when those signed trades from TOH will be shipped. I don't know. Yeah, so, I'm glad you got it, Joshua. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to come. It's international shipping, so no shipping notice, I bet. So I don't know. I just got the notification that the Jeff Word is now live. I should check that out. No, don't waste your time, man. Don't. You could do anything. You'll never get that time back. That guy just touches his face and screams. It's like a rehab video. Like, oh, this guy's going through some serious detox. He's rubbing his face and screaming about the cats. And we just got to get it out of his system. Do you see his hair? Obviously, no one cares that he looks like that. No one cares about him. He's like a step and a half away from poo-poo pants. Poo-poo pants and goiter man. And then I have in that book, the South Watermarket Stories, Teamster tips for surviving a down economy. And they're very useful. Like how to make a fire barrel. I'm neck deep in Ghoul. So I'm in no rush for another book on my TBR, but still curious. Yes. You'll love Echo. You'll love Hex if you never read Hex. But you're neck deep in Ghoul. Yeah, you're that's a thick one. Oh, and by the way, in March, I'm going to be chatting with Josh Mellerman on this channel. We're going to talk about Ghoul and the Cape. And then hopefully Daphne. I want to find out what that book's all about. But I'm going to talk to Thomas Oldehuvelt, Josh Mellerman, another author I cannot tell you about coming up, but I'm very excited for. Very excited to talk to this one. And Josh Mellerman, and I'm probably going to try to get Philip Fracassi on again, but I probably won't be able to get him because he's going to be a big shot star riding in the Stephen King limo, you know? And I'll be waving. I would say, yes, I would ignore Me Too. He wouldn't. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. So, in the Jeff Strand interview, I hope you saw it. That guy, how about it? I thought somebody with that witty humor and that brutal fiction would be somehow some sort of like alpha male American Psycho type guy. But he was like Mr. Rogers. It was so wild. And I'm like, man, I want to buy this guy, Jeff Strand. If you watch that interview, you should walk away wanting to buy every book from a guy that nice. Seriously, that's how I walked away. Like, man, dude, I got to get every one of your books because you're a human being I want to support. And his fiction is awesome, so that's like a win-win. But totally didn't expect him to be like that. What a great guy. So check that out. Let's see. You got a Mellerman interview coming up? Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, there was another one up there. Sorry. Yes, I'm stoked for it. The one thing I saw that I didn't care for was that the slipcase spine was a decal rather than stamping. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I think Jared mixes it up a little sometimes. So, he hardly ever deviates from the standard Centipede Press quality. So it's, you got to allow it. And I think, Jared knows what he's doing. So speaking of Centipede, within the last week, I picked up 2 pretty rare signed limited hardcovers, Madball by Frederick Brown and The Tenant. Wow. Nice. You're cleaning them up. Yeah, I can't argue with the slipcase comment. Okay, it surprised me a bit. It still looks okay. Yeah. Those are some useful tips. The barrel tip is going to come in handy. Gloves also. Yeah, and the Teamster tax. So how you puncture a tire. There's a lot of useful info. Hex was a story that I didn't want to end. Yeah. You'll feel the same way about Echo, probably. I almost went for the Hallahan, but decided to skip it. I believe the updated edition is coming out. Okay. Great interview with Strand. Thank you. He made it an easy interview because he's an awesome guy. Thank you, Steven. You enjoyed the Strand interview. Thank you. Did you read Clown vs. Spiders? No. Heard it wasn't very good. I haven't seen the interview yet. Yeah, I want to get Clown vs. Spiders. He really made me want to read My Pretties. He talks about, if you watch the interview, he'll talk about what book he thinks new readers to his work should start with. So I think he should start with My Pretties. It sounds like a twisted book. So I'm really anxious to get as many of Jeff Strand books as I can. Out of curiosity, what are the Centipede grails for you? Okay. I actually didn't know that Topper was an art movement with Jadorsky. I don't know. I still don't know what that is. So even reading it, I didn't know. Now I still don't know. Do you want to talk about Subterranean Press? They had the Poppy War, which sold out. It sold out like crack at a place where crack is popular. It went out the door. Subpress has been selling bangers, man. Subpress really got them. I don't know. They're selling like crazy over there. But I didn't care about Poppy War, so I was sold out in 3.5 minutes. Man, as the Italians used to say, Maron! I don't know if I just swore in Italian. Can you tell me, Squints? Did I? 500 copies in 3.5 minutes. They're banging them out. Only story I read of Strand's was Dracula's with Crouch and Wilson. I loved it. Open for more. Oh, I got to get. That's one I got to get. Jeff Strand, Blake Crouch, F. Paul Wilson, and who else? There was one other. One other one. Who was the other author? Conrath, right? Conrath. Oh, Dracula's. I got to read it. How would you guys feel if I tried to write a book with Jeff Strand? Would you be up for that? Would you buy a lot of that? Because I'm going to pitch Jeff Strand. I'm going to write a chapter of a book. Pitch it to him. Write a book with him so I can learn how to write a book. Before I turn that, milestone number age. Just to check my bucket list to write a book. It's in your box, Jeff. It's in my box? Dracula's? What do you mean it's in my box? What are you talking about? Are you sending a box, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr.? I don't know what that means, man. I don't know, man. What's in the box? Is this going to be a 7 type thing? 7? Are you telling me to wrap it up? Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm being told to wrap it up. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot else to say. In fact, Earthling. Oh wait, hold on. Jason said something. I'm not going to cut Jason off. I somehow missed Swords and Deviltry. I've been trying to get it ever since. Oh, okay. The Nightwalker is another. Master of the Weird Tale Wagner, though I've heard the binding on that one may have an issue. Your box and my table waiting to be mailed. Why? Oh, Steven, that's awesome. Oh, if you're sending me Dracula's. Oh. Why are you sending me a box? You don't have to do that. I don't want to tell you no, but that's much appreciated, man. That's very generous of you. Wow. Now I don't know what to say. And Jill's telling me to hang up. I feel like I'm at my parents' house in the 80s and in the basement on the phone. And, hang up, I got to make a call. And you got to get off the phone because someone else had to make a call. Do you remember those days? So Earthling, there are less than 200 ghouls left. Yeah, it's Hans's old copy. Okay, that's a fine lineage. So this means I have to read it and then pass it along. Producer Jill, Jeff can't play anymore tonight. No, he's got to get deloused. We have a stray cat in the house. It has fleas. Man, what if it has fleas? And that's why I'm like, we got fleas. No, I can't have fleas. And if I do have fleas, then they're drunk fleas. There shouldn't be any ghouls left. I know, Mark. I know. Ghoul in the Cape should be completely sold out. And I'm going to kind of have an I told you so moment when everybody else is looking for it in a year and it's all sold out. And I'm going to be like, well, I told you to buy it. And I will add that Paul Miller told me there are less than 200 left. And he didn't do Amazon or other book retailers. So this is all sold direct and then, through Green Hand, small indie book that I think that was the only shop he had to deal with. So he did all that on his own, and it's one of his, he almost never goes to 1,000 copies per edition. So it was quite the milestone for him, even if it's not sold out. But there's no reason it shouldn't be sold out. And I know it's a book very special to Josh. So if you're a Josh Mellerman fan, and I would say Paul did tell me he's got some big announcements coming along. So with all the attention that was brought to Boys in the Valley and all the people emailing Earthling looking for a copy of sold out books, he recommends all those people get on the newsletter because he's got a lot more exciting announcements to make, and and that's the only way you're not going to miss out. So just do that little plug. And there's a stray cat in my house. I was supposed to talk about that. Good to hear, Ron. Okay, so he was talking to Ron. Producer Jill is about to say something. Sorry, boys, you know how late it is. Okay. It is late. Okay, all right. All right, well, that does actually cover what I was going to cover. So, I am going to have to go. It's kind of a bummer, but I was trying to tell you guys. I was trying to tell you about it. Dinner bell's ringing. Okay, well, if Ron's leaving, then I got to go. All right, guys. Yes, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, for this week. Be back next week. Suntup release week. Check that out if you're on Facebook. I'll be doing the countdown. It's a lot of fun. And I love every single week you guys show up. I appreciate it. And keeps me going for another week. So I will be alive another week. Then, I'm not going to be hungover tomorrow. These are delicious, but they're not like knock you on your ass delicious. So, but they're yummy. So I'm going to get going. Got to delouse the cat and find out what we're going to do with this thing. But good night, everybody. You should not stay up till 3 a.m. You shouldn't do that. You got to get some sleep. Another great lively live one. Thank you, number one. And with that, I will click this off and I'll tell you goodbye. I thought you were going to say you love us. My arms are around you. My arms are around all of you. Each one of you. I'm going to show up at your house tonight. Each one, and I'll hug you. Good night. Peace out and stay frosty.